Hello everyone, welcome once again to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at Fivio Foreign's mixtape Pain and Love 2, released on February 9th of 2024. Now this mixtape is the sequel, the follow-up to his debut EP Pain and Love, released back in 2019. Now Fivio Foreign is a pretty interesting artist for me, since in 2020-2021 basically the stage was set for him, with Pop Smoke basically handing him the torch before his passing, and of course his stellar feature in Kanye West's Off the Grid. And he finally delivered in 2022 with his album Bible, which received mixed critics, I'm seeing right here, but overall I have the feeling that a lot of people liked it. And of course it had the song City of Gods, which was massive for Fivio. But after that, everyone just kind of forgot about him, apart from the drill strictly fans. And yeah, he didn't do a whole lot in 2023, and now 2024 he just kind of launched a mixtape, which not a lot of people realized that he did music this year. And yeah, drill, pretty interesting subgenre there. It's pretty unique, could get a bit repetitive sometimes, but I trust Fivio, so let's take a look at this. I'm off a pill. Don't ask, I don't know how to chill. Niggas is dying for keeping it real. I ain't scared to go drilling, I know how it feel. Okay, so Fivio released 2 singles before the mixtape finally came out, with the first one being the song Get Daddy, which featured the trio of 41, which consists of Kyle Rich, Jen Carter, and Tata. So yeah, a lot of people on this song. Fivio here does a pretty nice verse, although his hook gets repetitive really quickly. Kyle Rich has a pretty good verse as well, but it is definitely Tata who steals the show with his fast and entertaining flow. And then there's Jen Carter, who has the weakest verse by far. I don't really like her voice all that much, but also her verse is shorter than all of the others, and the flow that she uses is a bit awkward. She also ends her verse by repeating the same line 3 times. And the production, it's alright, nothing special, but it helps to bring the track together. Overall, great song in my opinion. Something else that I wanted to add before we go to the next one is that the week after releasing this song, Fivio made a song with Lil Mabu. I have nothing to say, I just think it's funny. The next and the final single was Same 24, which featured Meek Mill, which is way weaker than Get Daddy in my opinion. Fivio gets more introspective on this track, talking about how people treat him now that he's rich, but he does all of this in one really long verse where he uses mostly the same flow. And then Meek Mill comes in. I've never been the biggest fan of Meek's voice, but especially in here it sounds really bad in my opinion, bringing the song down. Lastly, the production. It isn't really a drill song like the rest of the album, or mixtape, sorry, having just some more soulful production with a nice piano. Overall, this song would have been better if Fivio's verse was cut in 2, replacing Meek, and also adding a hook to the song would help. As it stands, it's an alright song. Now onto the rest of the mixtape.
Casual clothes, I don't know what to say, nigga, pass me a note. Niggas dying over tagging a post. Wanna stay alive, then you have to be low.
I'm gonna start this section by saying that Fivio generally uses the same flow or just very similar flows overall. At least that's how it felt in this project. He only has 2 solo songs in here, with those being Who Knew and Clutch. Who Knew I think is a very enjoyable track, and Clutch is a song that I will talk more about in the production section, but Fivio does really good in here as well. He also says sus in the second line of the song. Very cool. As for the other songs, he generally does well too. His verses in The Best, Pain Pressure, and No Love are all really strong. I love his verse in Waiting, and in Could It Be, he contrasts really well with Sway Lee's more melodic vocals. The only performance in here that I don't like from him is in Trauma. I just feel like Fivio doesn't sound all that well when he is more chill and doesn't display his energy. But yeah, overall I enjoy his performances throughout this project. Drill production tends to not be very unique. I mean, not that it isn't unique compared to other rap subgenres, but the drill songs all tend to have similar beats overall, which ends up being the case in here as well. The beats in No Love and Paint Pressure are just your typical drill beats, but I enjoy them enough. Could It Be and Waiting have some more melodic or laid down drill beats, but I think they also work really well, especially with Waiting. I love that beat. And Who Knew might be my favorite beat. I couldn't tell you why it's different to the other drill beats, but I just really like the energy that it has to it. Then you have The Best, which combines drill drums with some guitar strings. I mean, it's alright, not the biggest fan of it. Then Trauma is one that doesn't use a drill beat, instead opting for piano as some more trap-like drums. And finally we have Clutch, which is the worst beat in here for me. I don't really know what the sound that is looping in the background is, but I found it to be really annoying. And it's there for the whole song, it just really ruins it. Apart from that, the dark piano keys that play every now and then sound really out of place. This beat is just kind of a mess, and as I mentioned before, I really like the Fivio performance in this song, but the beat just ruins the song completely. So yeah, the production overall is pretty strong, but it does have some misses.
Could it be I never change? Wanna me on everything.
The last section are the features. Now this album has 10 tracks, and out of the 10, 8 of them have features, and overall I didn't really like most of them, but let's start with the positives. Now Chef G does really good singing in the hook for Waiting, and I also love his verse. Sway Lee also comes in with a really nice hook and with a really short but sweet verse in Could It Be. And the last one that I enjoyed was Rowdy Rebel. His verse isn't spectacular, but I found it to be enjoyable. Now on to the rest of them. Lil TJ has an alright verse, the autotune just sounds a little weird sometimes. Vori just has a really awkward flow with him pausing after every single line. And finally, the worst one by far is Popcan, or however you say his name. You really have to listen to the song just so you can understand how bad this is. His accent mixed in with the painful autotune that he uses just makes for a terrible performance. And the worst part is that not only does he have a verse, but he also does the hook for the song, completely ruining it. So yeah, now that I've listed them, the features are more of a mixed bag than most of them being negative, but some of them definitely bring the songs that they are in down.
Gotta move smart, I ain't making no errors. Y'all niggas hot, I ain't making no better. Don't write my crib, I ain't taking no letters. Don't call my phone.
Yeah, overall I think this is a pretty strong, a pretty decent project from Fivio Foreign. You know, it had its highs and its lows. It's a pretty, you know, generic drill project, but it's not offensive in any way. It has your bangers, it has your not bangers, it has everything. And did Fivio Foreign fall off? I mean, not really, I wouldn't say so. I just would say that people kind of forgot about him, that's all. But yeah, if people come back to his music randomly one day and they check out this project, I don't think that they would be disappointed. Personally, I don't think they would. I mean, unless they check his new singles, because I mean, like, he has 2 songs with French Montana released this year, 2, and then literally this day he released a song with Kodak Black, and guess who was the other feature in the song? Huh? What's your guess? Well, it's not that, it was Donald Trump. Donald Trump, you know how crazy that is? Donald Trump in a song with Fivio Foreign and Kodak Black. But anyways, without counting the singles, this is a pretty good project. I mean, pretty decent project. Let's not, you know, give it too much credit. Now I'm going to put on screen the chart. My favorite song in the whole album was Waiting with Chef G. I just really love the Chef G feature. I love the production and how it has, you know, the drill aspects to it, as well as being more chill. The worst song, The Best. I mean, what the fuck is Popcan? Popcan shouldn't be an artist. This guy has a song with Drake, Champagne Papi, one of the 10 most streamed artists in the whole world. Popcan has a song with that. Okay, anyways, the best feature for me was Tata in Get Daddy. I just really love his flow, it's really good. And the worst feature, yeah, you guessed it, it's Popcan. Fuck Popcan. I mean, no offense to Popcan, I just don't enjoy him at all. I listen to this song, I heard some of his solo stuff. Yeah, it's all kind of the same, so yeah, not really my thing. But overall, I'm giving this mixtape, I'm giving Pain and Love 2 by Fivio Foreign a 6.3 out of 10. You know, pretty good, the lowest rating yet, but don't worry, we still have a lot more albums to cover, and some of them are much worse than this. So yeah, that was it for this video. The next one, if I'm not mistaken, it will be Vultures 1 by Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign. Yeah, that's quite a controversial album, so I'm excited to talk about that one. And yeah, that's mainly it. I did this video as fast as I could, you know. I didn't release the Lyrical Lemonade one all that long ago. It was like 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm working on my timing, okay? Just give me, be patient. I'm working on it. And yeah, that's really it, you know. Like, subscribe on all of that stuff, and yeah, see you hopefully soon with Vultures 1. Yay, goodbye.